Hi FASHTAGers, Ashley James here. Ever since Cara Delevingne came on the scene, eyebrows have been massive, quite literally. So I'm here in central London's Browhaus and I'm joined by FASHTAG friend Rosie, who I'm so happy to have with me. So we are going to go downstairs and find out what makes good eyebrows, ask loads of different questions and also get treatments ourselves. Are you excited?
Can't wait.
Me too, I'm so excited. So let's go. So before Rosie and I get our eyebrows done, I'm here with Jo, who is one of the Browhaus brow specialists. Bit of a mouthful to say. So hi Jo, why would you choose threading over waxing when it comes to eyebrow shaping?
We would normally recommend threading as it's much softer to the skin for any facial hair. It's much more precise as well and the skin tone is much better.
When shaping the brows, is there any point where the eyebrow should end on the face, or does it depend on the different face shapes?
We measure it by the side of the nostrils, the brow, so that should be your length there.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, just right in the middle of the nostril there, in between.
That's really interesting. So it's all about the nose.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of an eyebrow myth that you're not meant to take any hair from the top of the eyebrow. Is that true?
We normally do with threading just because it's obviously much more defined and much more precise. On the top, not too much.
So let's say that I've done my own eyebrows and I've had a total disaster, so I've taken way too much. Is there anything I could do to encourage regrowth?
When people come in with over plucked brows or over waxed brows, we normally just obviously go through a growing process and recommend our bestseller product, which is Extend. So it promotes hair growth, stimulates and accelerates the hair growth. It's a process of about 3 to 4 weeks that they should use this product.
So when it comes to eyebrow colour, how dark can you get away with?
So we usually go a shade darker and then see what they think, and then we'll go a little bit darker if they want to, but it's really preference when it comes to colour.
Yeah, because you get some people that have like my colour hair and then really dark eyebrows.
Dark brows, yeah.
So there isn't a kind of standard recommendation?
It's pretty much what they prefer.
Let's say that you don't go for the tint, but you're filling in your own eyebrows. Would you recommend a powder or a pencil?
I would, personally, I'd recommend a pencil because it's much more precise, and when I pencil your brows in, or Rosie's, I'll show you the way we do it here, which is really, really nice. And
so after you get your eyebrows done, it's always quite red. Is that normal, or is there anything that you can do to kind of make it heal faster?
Yeah, what we recommend here is a product called Ice Cream. So it calms the skin, helps with any irritation or any little burns or things like that you get afterwards. So it contains licorice root and mineral oils.
I thought you meant actual ice cream, so I was like, there. Okay, so it's a product, ice cream, great. What about in-between treatments? Do you recommend that people can tweeze in between treatments?
If they're in a growing process, wouldn't recommend to tweeze a lot unless it's right away from the line of the brow. If they're very desperate to tweeze, then they can do so, but not to go in the line of the brow.
So you should try and leave it in between sessions?
Leave it, yeah.
How regularly do you have to have your sessions done?
We'd recommend every 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Jo, thank you so much for answering my eyebrow questions. I'm so excited to get my eyebrows done, but before I do, Rosie's going to get hers done.
Hello. Hello, Rosie. How are you? Yeah, good, thank you. Good.
So what kind of treatment do you think would you recommend for Rosie's eyebrows?
What I think would be best suited for Rosie would be to have a thread and a tint. Just to fill in areas that are quite sparse, and that way it will frame her face very well and it will just bring out her features.
Let's go!
Is there anything in particular that you prefer to have with your brows?
My hair goes a lot lighter in the sun, so I suffer from getting very little white blonde hairs.
What I would recommend for you is to let your hairs grow a little bit more inside, just so it creates a nicer, softer shape for you. Okay, because it is quite apart. The way they should be is if you measure them from the middle here. So you've got all that to grow and all that there to grow as well. From the side, to measure the lengths, that's all good there. You've got a good length to your brows. And then the arch, what I'd recommend for your face shape is a nice soft arch.
Yeah. So are you going to thread first and then tint? Or?
Yeah, we'll thread first just to get the accurate shape, and then we'll tint. So it will be a little bit uncomfortable. People come in and they say, oh God, it's not painful at all. It's the first time I've had a threading and it's not painful. You just put as little pressure as possible.
You do, it's really nice. I had one bad experience of waxing. It burnt my eyebrows and I was going on holiday. And so I had to just put loads of sunscreen on my eyebrows.
With your right hand, if you just come up to your forehead and stretch up, and then with your other hand, stretch down your eyelid. You can stretch on the other side for me. Yeah, that's right. How did that feel?
So I didn't feel any pain or anything. And with the threading, do you get as much of a redness as you do with plucking? Or is it because it's softer?
It's a little bit more red than what you would get with plucking, I'm just going to tweeze a few hairs as well. I'd recommend for you not to tweeze. Obviously come back to us and we'll work on the growth. So your left one is a little bit higher than your right. Just bringing this one down a tiny little bit, and then that creates a nice balance. I'm just going to trim them a little bit as well.
Do you use scissors or is it?
Yeah, just special brow scissors.
Okay. Do you get many men come in here, or is it just?
We do get a few men coming in with very big brows.
Oh yeah, that's so much better.
Yeah, so with the tin you're going to get a full look. Lovely, so now I'm going to start applying the dye on.
Feels quite cold.
Yeah.
Do you have to use quite a fine brush to get the right shape?
I'll try and come in every 3 to 4 weeks. We'll get the perfect shape for you.
It's one of those things you don't really think about, but it can change.
It makes such a difference.
Yeah, it really does.
They've come to life again. Just apply a little bit of ice cream.
How long does it take for them to calm down usually?
I'd give it about 20 minutes, half an hour for them to be back to normal. Avoid any really hot showers, at least for today.
Yeah.
Touching or scratching the area.
Oh my gosh, so much better. Yeah, it makes such a difference.
Obviously, because you don't have them done that often, they might seem a little bit dark, but what happens with dye on the brows, they do fade out quite quickly. So after you've had like one shower, it will fade quite a lot. So sometimes it's best to leave it on just a little bit darker than usual.
Definitely.
How did it go?
Yeah, it went really well. I'm really happy.
They look amazing.
Yeah, so much better.
Did it hurt? Or?
No, it was really, I was so surprised. It was really soft, the threading. I couldn't feel a thing. And then the dye went on for a minute, came off, and now...
How long does the dye last, do you know?
It will tone down the more showers I have and things. And then if I come up for a top up again in another sort of 2 to 3 weeks, then...
It's, I mean, Cara Delevingne, eat your heart out.
Check it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just brought your face out. It's amazing how eyebrows can make such a difference.
It's so true, it's so true.
I'm so excited for my treatment now, even more so than before. You look amazing.
Lovely, Ashley. So we're going to start doing your brows now. So I'm going to cleanse the area,
Yep.
and then I'll give you the mirror so we can discuss a little bit more about the shape and stuff. Yeah.
I loved Rosie's, so I'm so excited now to see what you're going to do with mine. So what do you cleanse it with?
We use an antibacterial cleanser. I would suggest is if you've got quite a nice natural shape as it is, so I would probably just cleanse all around the area, give it a nice tidy, perhaps trim them a little bit as well. They are quite long, yeah. So
runaway eyebrows.
so when we trim them, they just give it a nice, accurate shape.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that
Perfect,
okay? Just take a little bit from there as well. Just a little bit.
Don't say I've got a monobrow on camera. I don't FASHTAG, I don't have a monobrow.
Just going to apply a bit of talcum powder as well, just to get rid of any excess oil from the skin. Okay.
I'm just so weak when it comes to pain, but this is actually really nice.
So with threading, we usually recommend every 3 to 4 weeks. I'm just going to tweeze a few hairs if needed.
And have you found that there's been a big increase in people that are coming in since eyebrows like Cara Delevingne? I feel like there's been so much more eyebrow focus than ever before.
Definitely, yeah. The majority of people that come in always ask to just leave the thickness. They just want to grow their brows. I'm going to trim a little bit.
So weird to be having my eyebrows trimmed. Wow, the shape's amazing.
What I'll do is I'll pencil them in, then let you have a look in the mirror just so you can see the way we pencil them in. And so what we do is literally go through the places that are more fair. So just literally do strands of hairs.
That's so interesting because I swear I would have thought that you'd kind of colour in your
Like,
eyebrow.
yeah. So literally what we do is layer them as well, so it creates a nice natural effect. So what we do on the tops, so on these ones we pencil them in on the direction of the hair growth. These ones we also follow the top ones.
Why do some people use powder? Because obviously with a powder you're not going to get this kind of effect.
With people that use powder, they probably like quite a full brow, quite a look colour. So if you can see, it fills in your brows, but it doesn't look like, oh my God. The way I've done it like this, lightly, it looks really nice. Just brings them out a little bit more. Brings out your lovely eyes. Do you usually pencil them in?
No, I don't actually. I
don't?
tend to either leave them, or I did get a little brow kit actually from Claire's Accessories, but it's powder, so sometimes I put it's like quite a dark, almost like an eyeshadow, and I put it on my eyebrow brush and kind of stroke it through.
Okay. Just apply a little bit of ice cream. Okay.
Amazing. So Rosie, come see.
Oh my gosh, wow,
Do you like
much
them?
better. Yeah, definitely.
They obviously tinted yours, whereas with mine they just penciled it in, which I think is great for people to do at home. So yeah, really happy with them.
Yeah, no, they look brilliant. We just have to wait now.
Yeah,
calm down
they're a little bit red right now. But listen, Rosie, thank you so much for coming. Hope you're happy.
Yeah, I am. Thank you for having me.
And massive thanks as well, obviously, to the amazing brow expert, Jo at Browhaus. And please do let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to FASHTAG.